Welcome, everybody. It's your boy EP coming through with your boy MB and your lady June. We here today to tell you about some great things going on about this war that's going on and about this surge that's happening. So, with that being, I want y'all to really pay attention because it's gonna get real good. It's gonna get good because you got to see what Trump is doing. You got to see, how the world is actually um, coming together right now and how things are just really taking its toll on the world because this is going to be one of those days that you have to really find out because you already know that yesterday's price is not today's price, right? As they
Right.
told you.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Why?
He's certified.
Welcome to BTalkMedia.
Yeah, wake up, no love, it's grind over. Stack my wins, can't waste no time. They was sleeping on the kid, now I'm headline shine. Tell them wake up, it's my time to climb. Wake up, it's my time to climb. Hit that button, 1 million subscribers.
Way to go. Welcome for another episode, as we said, of B Talk Media today.
Yes,
Yes. Lady June, how you feeling in the place today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. What's going on with the peoples?
MB, what it do? How you do?
Y'all know me, Money Boy is definitely in the building, and like always, I am feeling amazing. Always ready to listen to and drop some good nuggets, some good info. How about you?
Oh man, I am definitely outstanding today. Standing outside of my body. And I'm looking back in like, is that for real? Why? Because hey, we gotta look at these markets, we gotta look at the world, and we gotta really look around and go, is this really happening? So yes, I'm out here outstanding. And with that, let's go ahead and shoot them a little bit of info on what the prices of the market is gonna be for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like we normally do, we go ahead and we gonna shoot you guys what's happening in the market. Why? Because we want you guys to know that it is the truth. It's the truth. The market is moving on a regular basis. We understand that. And that's why we want to let you know get in while you can. Buy in the dip. Because right now, gold is at $4,502.85. Silver is at $68.59. Platinum is at $1,935.90. Palladium is at $1,426.75. Rhodium, $11,250. I don't think I've seen rhodium come down at all, but it's constantly going up. Copper, 530. There you go. So that's going to be your daily prices. That's the price that's going on right now because we know the markets are closed. So you know that's not going to change until tomorrow morning when you wake up. So I suggest buy in the dip. As we say, buy in the dip there, guys. What you got to say about that, MB or Lady June?
About the dip,
Yes, about the
go
dip.
on and dip, baby dip, go on and dip, baby dip. Yep, like he said, this is the best time to go ahead and pitch your pitch and get in there because I don't see no other good opportunity. But right now,
Hey, I see that. I see that. What you say there, MB?
It's always a good time to buy during the dip. Most people, it depends on who you are and when you invest it. Panic, but it's never about panicking. It's about being calm during the storm. Always buy during the dip. That's why you
Hey,
don't
you
just
are
rush in all at one time and just purchase all at one time. No, you space your purchases out so you can get it at a better price as the market go open.
yes, yes. And see, we like to show y'all the source of our, info, so then that way you don't think that we're like really just giving you some off the wall stuff. No, these are people that are just as, I'm gonna say, more analytical than we are. And they watch it just a little bit tighter because guess what? They're the ones that's gonna sell it to you. I'm just trying to present the information. We're just presenting the information to you so that you can, get out there, be knowledgeable, and get your hands on your issue. Because if not, you'll be left out when its system changes over. There's a lot going on out in the world, and these metals play a factor in it. These metals play a big factor in it. The war. In fact, we'll take a look at an article right now. It says Gold War and the Collapse of Safe Havens. Let's take a quick listen. Let's just take a quick listen because I'm sure we'll find some things.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not hearing anything. Are you guys hearing anything?
Not on my end.
Oh, I apologize. Here, let me see. Let me go ahead and pause this, and I'll go ahead and get it to read differently. I apologize. I thought you guys could actually hear that this whole time that it was reading because it was on the screen. It was showing. It was sliding by. I apologize. So, what we're gonna do is go ahead and I'm gonna let this run back and read to us again. Let me see. I just want the page to read to me. There we go. Here we go. I'm gonna start right here.
Traditional safe havens failing, it looks like gold might be the new go-to during economic storms.
That's right. According to Money Metals, gold is stepping up as the primary refuge amid global instability.
You hear
We're
that?
not chasing mythical pots of gold. Real gold is tangible and accessible, especially when traditional options falter.
Historically,
This
people
is
saw
this
U.S.
article
Treasury
still.
bonds as the ultimate safe bet, especially during wartime. What's been happening with them recently?
Well, after the conflict involving the U.S., Israel, and Iran escalated, the 10-year Treasury yield actually rose, signaling weakening demand. Investors seem to be pulling away, which suggests eroding confidence in U.S. debt.
So while treasuries are faltering, what's gold been up to?
It initially surged, peaking above $5,400 per ounce. Despite pulling back a bit, it remains resilient, and investors still turn to it when uncertainty spikes. There might be short-term volatility, but the underlying strength is clear.
The article mentions the dynamics are closely tied to oil markets. Could you elaborate?
Sure. Rising energy prices force countries to liquidate assets like U.S. treasuries to secure energy supplies. This puts pressure on bond prices and reveals the fragility of a dollar-dependent global economy, especially during energy shocks.
The piece also touches on inflation. Where does it stand?
It's critical to understand that rising prices are just a symptom, not the root cause. True inflation is the expansion of money supply driven by monetary policy. Governments often misrepresent this, blaming external events instead.
And what about the national debt situation?
Unfortunately, it continues to worsen. The national debt is nearing $39 trillion. Spending is outpacing revenue, which compounds the long-term debt burden irrespective of increased revenue.
The article talks about de-dollarization. How does that play into all this?
Well, as countries seek alternatives to dollar-based reserves, gold has surpassed treasuries as the largest foreign reserve asset. The weaponization of the dollar through sanctions has accelerated this trend as nations reevaluate their dependence on it.
So what's the forecast for gold given all these factors?
UBS expects gold to rise, potentially reaching between $5,900 and $6,200 by year's end. Even with its struggle to break resistance, fundamental drivers like lower real interest rates and rising debt remain strong. It seems structural forces continue to support higher gold prices.
So what's the bottom line for investors listening?
The key takeaway is that inflation is systemic. Gold and silver offer a store of value independent of government policy. Given projections, any price dips could be opportunities in a world of rising debt and geopolitical instability.
That's a solid breakdown. Thanks for shedding light on how gold is shaping up as a critical hedge in these uncertain times.
Man, did y'all get that? Did you hear that? They just let you know. Gold is going to go back up. So anytime you see the opportunity for a dip, it's telling you to buy in the dip, baby, dip. Come on now, dip, baby, dip.
Yeah, that was crazy. They basically put it out there right on the outline for you.
Yeah, because that's one of those, they're telling you exactly what's going on as far as everything out there with gold and how it's affecting the market, how it's affecting, just the the volatility, just everything about it at that time.
Yeah.
Now, we got some other things going on out here. So, I just want to thank everybody for being here with us one good time. And we're going to take a quick moment. Let me see if I can locate it real quick. So what we got running in sports today? Let me see if we got anything in sports. I don't think we're going to do sports today. Let's see. How about no, live entertainment today? How is the entertainment world doing today? Anybody got some entertainment news? I mean, the last time we spoke, they did catch Rihanna's assailant.
Oh yeah, they caught her. It was all bad.
Yeah, they did catch her. Assailant.
Yeah, we can bring up the other topic that I was talking about earlier, which
Okay, well, before we do that, I finally found it. What we was looking for. I would like to take a small break for our sponsors at Amazon for doing such a great job for us and thanking them because Amazon
and a death date. But the most important part of your life is the dash between them. I wrote this to show you how to break generational curses and take control of your money and legacy. Go grab it on Amazon right now.
Nice.
Your money can't feel wealth. This is the blueprint for identity through this power.
and we would like to say, thank you. MB, go ahead, we can go ahead and push into this next article if you don't want to go ahead and explain some things.
Okay, let's see. We're gonna talk about this Blueface baby. Tatiana, Blueface baby. Tatiana. Now, for those of us that follow celebrity boxing or however they call it, boxing, these rappers, these YouTubers, and things like that, there was a big fight that just came up between Blueface and Chubo. Now, Adin Ross was the person who threw the fight. What I mean by threw the fight is he got his own little organization called um Brand Wrist or something like that. And he paid these fighters to come over there to fight. Well, the fight didn't go the way that Blueface thought it was gonna go. And for those of us that watched it, I ain't gonna lie, I think 201 because I watched it. But like Blueface said, you can't bet on your own fighters. Because if you
Nah,
say anything about betting on your own fighters, it's almost like you didn't persuade or did something to make it look like you already know who's gonna win. And Blueface had actually lost the fight. But during the fight, it was a couple of things said. So at the interview after the fight, they Adin had asked him, "Are you ever going to fight on here again?" And he was like, "Nah, because you dealing with the bet." And then after the fight, like a couple of days later or whatever, it was some things said that Blueface had said that Adin Ross felt like voided his contract and saying that Blueface got to pay him $100,000 fine for not wearing brain wrist brand stickers or patches on his shorts during the fight. Well, you already know Wack 100. He's the number one person on gathering information, so he already went and checked the whole contract because Blueface is his fighter, his artist or whatever under his management, and he had his lawyers look it over, and nowhere in there does it say that he had to wear them patches. So that's one of the things that Blueface is going against Adin Ross for. But Adin Ross also doesn't want to pay Blueface over saying allegedly how much he made during the fight because he wasn't supposed to speak about how much he made. But I watched that video also that Blueface had made when he was talking about the fight. He didn't say how much he made. He said, just know it's been in the I think he said over 300,000. He said, just know that. So to me, that's still not breaking the that's not breaking the contract. That's not breaking the contract. So ain't no way Adin Ross is getting ready to weasel up out of not paying him, you know? And then the controversy also went back to Adin Ross betting on his own fighter. You can't do that. Adin Ross already admitted it in a couple of other brain wrist fights a couple of months ago that I was watching. And he said, hey, we're not allowed to bet on these fighters. So for him to say that in this fight to bet on Chubo and Blueface lose, now you see why Blueface feel the way he feel. And now Blueface is getting ready to fight over who's on who over this boxing match because Adin Ross don't want to pay Blueface. What do y'all think? Do Blueface has a leg to stand on? Yay or nay?
well, I'll let Lady June go first on here.
Um, Honestly, I don't know about this topic with Blueface. I don't even give two looks towards his way when it comes to any of his situations. But all this pretty much back down to money. And did he accomplish that? No, he didn't. So, but when it comes to betting against your own people, your own fighter, obviously that's a no game. Like, come on now. Yeah, because you can easily tell, put a, not, I can't say a dog, but put somebody in the ring and be like, go ahead and lose this fight so I can go ahead and, win me some money by betting against you. But at the same time, did he have the strength and was he how many years did he put into this to go up front, with this fight? Is he a real fighter?
All right. Now that's a good point. That's Blueface point also. Blueface, we all know Blueface just got out of that place.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been training. We seen him fight before on here.
The only thing is they seen him gain weight. They see him gain that muscle weight, but at the same time, you got nothing but time in there.
So he had time in there to be practicing shadow boxing. He hasn't been getting in no real good, real exhibition type fights. Now, on the other hand, Chubo, right? Chubo is a ex amateur or ex professional fighter that used to fight for real.
Yeah, you know what he doing.
Then he stopped fighting professionally or whatever, to my knowledge, or from some of the things that I've seen. He stopped fighting there, and he been fighting on brand wrist for Adin. He fought on there like 3 or 4 times. So that's why Blueface wasn't supposed to fight him. Blueface was supposed to fight somebody else that he really had problems with.
Now that sounds more like it.
Yeah, the other guy backed out.
Why would you fight somebody who's been into that industry already? Like, come on now. They're mentally still into that. Like, come on now.
That's the twist. See, come on now. All right. I'm glad you said that, because you caught the catch-22. So when the other guy had backed out of the fight, they had to find Blueface another opponent. And guess who Adin Ross brought? Cubo. He brought this dude, somebody that had already had experience and all this stuff. Now, Blueface could have backed down, but that would have made him look bad, knowing that he getting ready to fight against somebody that already had some experience really, really in the ring, compared to the guy that he was supposed to fight, somebody that was just like him. They going back and forth. They were celebrities or whatever, whatnot, and now they about to settle this in the ring. No, this is somebody that got ring training. So I can't even lie. From the first round, from round 1, when the bell rung, ding, 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 I knew other dude was gonna win. Chubo. How did I know Chubo was gonna win? Because he was heavier than Blueface by 40 pounds. 1, he looked it out of shape, right? Looks can be deceiving. This guy was moving on his feet. When I say he looked it like a lightweight, oh man, he was moving around, and most people was thinking, hey, he's gonna burn out. He's gonna burn out. All 6 rounds, this guy never burned out. He was moving on his feet. I'm talking about, he looked like Mike Tyson out there on them feet.
Yep, know what he's doing. He's been through that.
You can tell he's been through that.
And everything.
Oh yeah, hold on. The original fight was only supposed to be 4 rounds. And that made this was a 6 round.
Have Blueface ever been in a predicament where he had to go 4 rounds of anything?
Yeah, he already fought on here before. He already fought on here before, but he's been fighting against people like him, people that didn't have professional experience, though. That's what people gotta realize. Blueface lost this fight to an ex-professional, somebody that did this for money, that does this and did this for a living. And when I say he was on his feet moving around for a heavy guy, after the fight, he said, yeah, we're gonna have to work out together, iron sharpen iron. He was moving.
Brand risk is the name of it, bro.
Yeah, brand
risk. Brand wrist. BRAND wrist.
Yeah, you know
Because I
I'm
pulled up Chibu's his
good right
fighter
now.
profile.
Look, you know I'm not feeling good right now, so it might sound like I'm saying brain. It's brand, BRAND, wrist.
Got you. Yeah, that's why I went ahead and pulled up the his fighter profile, so then that way I could see what you were really saying. Because I didn't know if you were saying Rand or brand or what. So
Got
that's why I went and found it. But yeah, I found it for us.
Yeah, this guy was moving. You can read it to the people. Read it to the people, bro. You can take over for right here. So as
His
you see,
fighter profile, his real name is Dunga. Is Dunga Chibu Ozochi. He's based out of Irvington, New Jersey. Born November 25th. Hey, that dude's gonna be a beast. 2022.
Oh yeah, it tells
Significant
me
fight.
he knows how to hold his weight.
Yeah, yeah. He's mainly known for beating Blueface right now through the unanimous decision on the 14th from earlier this month. But his record, he is he weighs in at a heavyweight, super heavyweight, bro, for being 290 pounds. So
now
he's heavy.
I believe he dropped 40 to 50 pounds for this fight.
Okay. And so as of 2026, um, he doesn't have a widely known traditional boxing record, but he's mainly just known for the fights that he's done on Adin Ross's platform. It says the fight against Blueface was contentious, with arguments over payment and fight conditions occurring after the match. The fight was a brand risk show. It was noted for its intensity and surprising outcome, with some observers, such as professional boxers' reactions and the way people commented from it. I mean, we could actually get into, the whole fight, watch a clip, portion of the clip or something, but
Nah,
uh,
you can go
that's
on
not
X.
what I want to do. They can go and do that themselves if you
I
really
was
want
gonna
to
say,
see.
you can go on X. You can type in the exactly what you got, the Chibu fight versus Blueface, and
Hmm.
you see all of the celebrity reactions. They was talking bad. People was talking bad about Blueface, but you got to give it to any warrior that get in the ring.
Yeah, he got in there.
And he was bigger than Blueface. I'm talking about heavier with experience. Come on now, how many people would do that? Look what happened with Adam 22 when he got in the ring. Him and Aiden,
Man,
him and Aiden was arguing over his payment also, but he got paid.
that's all you can say. They got paid.
Look, watch
Oh
this.
Lord,
He knocking my homie Blueface through the ring. Look,
look, Morgan Freeman though, he had to look over like,
look,
you can just see the size difference in them though, bro.
look. Uh,
You can
look at
see
that.
the size difference in them.
He almost knocked Blueface. Look, he almost
Look at that.
Blueface leg.
That's
Look,
what
Yeah,
knocked the
them two
sweat off.
right there.
mm,
Them two
mm.
right there was the ones that just was like, oh Lord.
So they tried to say that one right there. You seen at the end when he went through the ropes?
Mm-hmm.
They tried to say Chibu pushed him through the rope. And I was like, how did he push him when, if y'all see his elbow, look, y'all see his short uppercuts? Look at his short punches when he go through the ropes. He was swinging. He wasn't pushing.
Yeah, he was swinging. The problem was Blueface was too close into his range. So as he's swinging, not only is he catching him in the mid power section of it, but he's also pushing him to the outside wall. He's not punching right here. He's punching through Blueface. And that's what people have to realize. As the boxer, as a fighter, you're not punching for what's right in front of you. You're punching for what's behind you, or what's behind the opponent, I should say.
Yeah, he
Because it's about putting that power through wherever you're at.
look at Chibu. That's Chibu. I'm telling you.
Heavyweight fighter Chibu did the body shot challenge on two old heads, and they both ate it like it was nothing.
But look at him. Blueface couldn't eat it.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Look, all right. Enough.
Eh,
Look, he was not playing.
look, and then you turn around and see this one like, my head is not held high after this.
It is. Honestly, it is. I watched a
I
couple of his.
understand, bro, but it's just the look at the ribs sitting there. He got the tattoo of the ribs on there, and his head is down. That's not. You don't look at something like this and then follow it up with something like this. Watch. You don't do that. You don't go here first and then come here. That's not what you do. Because then you got the old head right here going in. Once again, here we go. Old head number 2. Did anybody count how many shots he took?
Mm.
And then you come and see this. Man, what in the world is going on? I can't believe these dudes. They did me dirty like that. They really
So
made me look bad.
hold on. You just said that, right? You just said they made him look dirty like that. So do you believe that was a setup on Blueface's behalf?
I would have to say, I'm not betting against my own fighter. First off,
You don't supposed
because
to
I
bet.
never
You
responded.
don't even supposed to bet
I'm
at
not
all.
betting at all during this. Like if I'm in a sports arena, I don't care if I'm the coach, the athlete. I don't care if I'm the towel boy. You can't bet on the games. That's just part of the being in that sports arena. I mean, you can bet on the sport outside of your sport, but not the sport that you're in. You see what I'm saying? That makes a big difference there. So, I mean, it was an uneven match, period. And I feel as long as the man got in the ring and did his job in the ring, win, lose, or draw, he still gets a payday. Period. Right is right, wrong is wrong. That man stood in the ring and fought.
That wasn't what the. It was over the fight. So boom.
They're arguing over the details
Back
of
to
the
my
contract.
Go back to my article and I'll read it.
I said they're arguing over the details of the contract. You see what I'm saying? So that's a little different. But that man got in the ring and did his due. He fought. So pay that man. Even if think about it, if Mayfield gets in the ring with somebody and they lose, do they not get paid because they lost?
You mean Mayweather?
Mayweather, you know what I mean. It's a street out here that's called Mayfield. I apologize, and that's just right there. Mayweather, good correction though. If Mayweather fights or Tyson or anybody else fights, their loser still gets
Mayweather
the pay.
fight right now.
Oh, see, we're gonna have to find that one too now.
But let me go back. Let me reverse y'all. Here you go.
Please do.
Reverse it. Let me take it back to the Blueface and Adin Ross.
See that email I just sent to you because
They're fighting over 300,000 that Blueface claims he is owed for participating in a boxing match against Chibu. Adin Ross has claimed that Blueface breached his brand risk promotions fight contract by being fined 100,000. In a clip which can be viewed below, the popular streamer alleged that Blue violated his agreement by refusing to wear the sponsored logo and revealing how much he was paid for the fight. Remember I said that earlier, y'all. Now this is the article. This is the article. Adin added that the Los Angeles rapper also refused to apologize for accusing him of rigging the fight. He said he gave Blue 72 hours to retract his statement, but Blueface refused to do so. All he had to do was say something like it wasn't rigged. Florida State Athletic Commission doesn't rig their fights. Adin explained in a post on his X account, get off there. On his X account, I gave him 72 hours to fix this, but he didn't. You're the first fighter in brand risk history ever struggled to pay. For this part, Blueface denied he disclosed how much he was paid for his fight against Chibu. He also said that he was never contracted to wear a sponsor patch. Never said how much I was paid. The excuses are becoming evident. He responded to one of the X accounts that Adin Ross had. I was never contracted to wear a patch, and even if I was fined $100,000, that's not even half of what's owed. Talking about retract my statements. Why would I do that if I was never compensated? Further proving my point, this was a bad business. See, that's what
Hey,
he
I got
said.
the X clip right here for Wack 100 popping up on the radio station with academics and Adin right here.
Is it playable?
Let's see. It's on X.
It's on. All right, play it. Run it. That means we can run it over here. Because remember, now the next statement that I was getting ready to get into, it said Blueface manager Wack 100 would later claim it.
When I saw the clip as well, sir.
Yeah, so. I didn't know. I'm streaming. Adin's in the chat, and he's like, Wack has it wrong. He wants to be added to the conversation to clarify. Is okay? I don't want to blindside you.
Yeah, I mean, you can bring him out, bro.
Okay. All right, I don't want to blindside you here. All right. Let me get. I'm waiting for.
I'm gonna wait, but you have to mediate it. You gotta let both sides talk and interruptions. That's the only way it's gonna work.
All right, here we go.
Hey, handsome.
Hey, bro, respectfully, bro. Come on, bro. Stop saying.
It's a compliment. You look good in that picture bent over.
Anyway, we have to also be serious because
no, dude. I understand. I understand.
To me, bro. Bro, I've never said nothing to disrespect you. I've always honored you, bro. This problem that's going on, I didn't know it was a problem.
Yep, until the day after when I saw the clip as well, sir.
Yeah, so, I didn't know. Okay,
me neither.
But hold on. Even then, Adin, because
I'm streaming. Adin's in the chat, and he.
Let's see.
What happened?
That was it. It was only 57 seconds.
Gotcha.
So let's see what Wack was saying, because his is like a minute.
All right, let's listen.
Because Wack is saying his response to Adin Ross' threat to a lawsuit, this is all on the 20th. Gotcha. This is all on No Jumper.
Yo, 9:15, y'all tune in. Sorry I had to come to this, but 100 So YouTube channel, the truth about Adin Ross in the boxing match, right? And his sexual advances at people. Hate to say it, but he tried his bully tactics, and I guess he thought we was gonna go street, and we kept it corporate. Adin, nothing in the contract supports what you're talking about. We'll play the long game, but I want you to tell the people on how you tried to use your Jewish ties for whatever reason, as if I had a problem with you being Jewish, and how you continue to make sexual advances at me. Just the other day, after I asked you time and time again, can you please respect that I'm a straight man? We got the content. Yeah, we got the content. 9:15, we up.
Okay.
So what you think about that?
Yeah, I missed that one. So after Blueface made 300,000. I'm seeing this because I'm looking at because that was on the 20th, and here's on the 21st. We have Adin Ross talking about my contract is set up where you can't even speak like that.
Oh, you got.
So this one is about a minute long. It's about a minute and 20 seconds long. So let's see what
I
he,
can tell you
you
how
know,
much I
put
made,
out
but I'll
there
tell you
about
that I
that.
made over 300,000.
Like literally retarded. He didn't say it doesn't matter because my contract is set up in a way where you can't even speak like that. It's breach. But guess what? Do you know how many fighters breach brand risk contracts that I don't go after because I fuck with them and I love them? Adam 22 breached. Ask Adam. I fought for him and I made sure he got his money. I did. Ask Adam. They did not want to give him his bread. I made sure Adam got his money, even though he didn't throw a punch. It breached. Still made sure of it. Why? Because Adam is not going around saying scam, tampering. You're an idiot. Why are you saying that? Why? He could say fuck Adin Ross. He could say fuck brand risk. I just need him to take back rigging, scamming, tampering so I can get him paid out. That's it. What about Gypsy? Gypsy got paid an hour after he fought.
We don't like Gypsy.
Everyone did. Everybody gets paid the same night. But you. I called Rainbat. They do not want to pay him in full. They want to cut him 60%, and they don't want him talking about certain shit. I need to make examples out of people that are disrespectful and don't follow contracts.
I'm gonna tell you how.
So you see what's happening, right?
Yeah.
He just said, I got to make an example out of people that are disrespectful and don't follow contract. So it's
why
about the
Blueface,
contract
though?
law.
Why Blueface out of all of the people? He said it was more people, and he didn't name the others. He only named 2.
Yeah. You're right about that. You're right. He did say, because he said Adam 22 got paid, and he didn't even throw a punch, breach of contract or whatever.
They still got paid. They said they want
But
to
he
pay
still
him.
got paid. And see, he said he's still trying to get Blueface paid, but he said they only want to pay him 60% because of what he said. And he said all he has to do is take back the rigging and that shit right there, tampering, rigging, and whatever the other one was.
Hold on,
And he said he takes that back, he gets 60% of his check back, no matter what.
So first of all, they want to fine him 100,000. So if they only want to pay him like 300,000, and they want to fine him 100,000, and then they want to pay him 60% of that.
I would have to say that fine would have to be part of that 40. That would be what my argument would be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that you still hold on to that 60, because the fine would be considered that 40. Or at least part of it.
Part of it. Exactly. Like, come on now. But
I mean, that would just be my my personal thought on that is, hey, but we're gonna take a quick one, and we're gonna get a small commercial break in here so that we can thank our sponsors once again for all that they do for us.
Stop chasing money, kings build wealth. This is the blueprint for identity, rooted power. Wealth starts with who you are. EP revealed the pattern. WBIV Jenkins, put it in your hands. Get your copy of the Hidden Kings Road to Riches today.
Yes, we want to thank you all. Thank our sponsors for giving us the opportunity to present our material and things of that nature. You can check out the links on the bottom of the page. They're scrolling. You got the Hidden Kings Road to Riches. That's the link for it there. Before that, you had the dash between the dates, and the code was on there. I'll run them again, both of them. And we appreciate that you guys are here with us. And we thank our daily sponsors. Now back to our regular scheduled show. Do you really think that Adam 22 got all his dough? Or did he just get part of it, though? Like they trying to get Blueface, even though he breached his contract, though?
man,
That would be a good question. Did he get all of his payday, or did he just get part of it?
he should have filed a UCC1 on his contract.
Ooh. Look, and now that right there is one of those below the hip punches. Not below the belt, but that's a hip punch.
Man.
Hit somebody right in that hip joint.
Blueface got kids out here. He got to live. He got to eat. So, somewhere they got to compromise though. Somewhere they got to compromise. Either Blueface got to make that right, Adin got to make that right. Regardless, it's a blemish
No.
on brain or brand risk, and
Yes.
it's blemish on Blueface. Regardless, because these are two big names that are out there that's putting out a lot of content, as they want to call it, entertainment, something for people to watch. Because Blueface is an artist, a well-known artist, and he's also doing a lot of live streaming. Adin Ross is a live streamer. He got Kick, he's on X, he's on YouTube. He also got his own little boxing stuff going on. He got a couple of different brands going on. So this is a blemish on both of them. They need to make this right. You know, business is business. I understand that. And it shouldn't be about, oh, I need to make an example out of somebody. Because if you was going to make an example out of somebody, you should have did that out of the first person that ever tried this with this type of situation. You should never let it go past then. Always make the example at the beginning, and you'll never go through the same thing twice. He wouldn't have went through it twice, or he wouldn't have went through it 3 times, as we know. As we know of that he just said on here. He said one person, then he said Gypsy, and then he said Blueface. So that's 3 times that we know allegedly. You don't punched in the eye 3 times. You only can get 2 black eyes.
Man, you right about that one.
Were you getting punched in your third eye? He getting punched in his consciousness right now, in his brand, in his human, in his what he's putting out, in his energy, his perception. How people now is going to look at him, and now a lot of people is going to think before they get on his, fighting, before they sign these contracts. They're going to make sure that they lawyers read through these contracts so they understand, and understand what's going on. They want
That's
to know.
the one right there. That
some people just, hey, signing my name. I want to get paid, and then at the end they like, well, I heard bonuses was being thrown. 5,000 a bonus, 5,000 a knockout, another knockout. I watched 3 bonuses get thrown out at 5,000 a piece. So then at the end, you mean to tell me the headliner fight, you want to find 100,000 and don't even want to pay, and now you're only offering 60%? Somebody help me make sense.
Yeah, you right about that one. Somebody's got to make it make sense. Got to make it make sense. But that's like when who is it, Golden Boy and all of them was going through their contract issues and stuff with boxers. Is every sport is going to go through its period. Every league that's trying to come up is going to go through its period of scrutiny. But the only thing I can say is if they make it through that scrutiny, then they usually kind of maintain for a while. And Golden Boy Boxing was around for a while, still putting out fighters. Money Mayweather and them, they're still putting out fighters. They went through contract issues in the beginning with different boxers. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, no matter what, even in wrestling, MMA, everybody had issues with their contracts in the beginning because it was like the owners or the people the promoters had those contracts situated to where until somebody complained, they were the big winner out of the whole thing.
Oh, like the Shadur Sanders situation with the NFL?
Yeah. But see, the difference with Shador was he came in already making his own money. So he really didn't necessarily need the big money contract from the NFL. He just got it. He needed it not needed it, but it was there for the drafting. So but because he didn't necessarily need the money, it was kind of like, well, we really don't need to put him out there. Everybody else, they're like, oh, these are struggling athletes that got bills to pay.
So with that being said, Blueface really didn't need the money, even though everybody needs their money. I don't care what industry you in. If you do something, you get paid. You put your energy into it, you get paid. But Blueface is already rich. So you think
Mm-hmm.
by him feeling the same way you just said, that's why he said the statements that he said?
It's a possibility, but it's also being that one to recognize when something's wrong. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And if you're saying, like you said, he said it was a setup, it was a scam, there was tampering, whatever it might have been. The other person said, well, you were supposed to be wearing my brands on your stuff. You were supposed to be wearing your sponsorships when you went out and fought, and you didn't uphold that part of the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got two people saying things about the contract that may or may not have been in writing because we haven't seen the contract.
I was thinking that too. We haven't seen the contract, so this is
Now,
all
we can,
our opinion, folks. This is our opinion. Y'all seen what we seen. Y'all heard what we heard. So remember, y'all, this is our opinion because nobody seen the contract. They never put the contract out there for anybody to see. So we just going off of what Adin Ross said, off Blueface and off Wack 100, and then we throwing our opinion, which everybody has the right to their own opinion, to put in there. But for real, none of us seen the contract. Only those behind the scene.
yeah, and that's the facts there. If you don't see that contract in black and white, you don't know what somebody signed up for actually.
Mm-mm. But
But you
if
do
you
know they signed up for a fight.
if you bring back up Wack at one of the points, Wack said he gave the contract to his lawyer. So
Yeah.
right now we just going off of what Wack said about him handing the contract to the lawyer. But we haven't
Well,
seen
see, the thing is you got to remember there should have been 3 copies of the contract.
Exactly.
One for each one of the fighters, and one for the promoter that was going on at least. So that's 3 separate contracts that should, not separate, 3 copies of the same contract that should have been out there.
Yep, managers and lawyers.
Yeah, because you got each fighter and then you got the people that's hosting. So everybody has a contract. And if he took that and ran it back to the lawyers and said, hey, this is what the defamation was from this person, and this person over here is saying, well, this is the defamation from this person, the only one that ain't complaining is Shibu.
Yeah, the only person that ain't complaining.
From the sounds of it, the only one not saying nothing is Shibu. He like, whatever it is, what it is. But that's kind of like with
he told me, let's practice, let's spar together, let's get in the gym together, let's work. Iron sharpens iron. He was like, but you got potential.
Sometimes in some of the areas they do feel like, because the ones that are in the background, we see what's presented on the television. And those of us that are into content creating and influencing, that if something's not right, you can either clip it or make a retake. But you already know what the end result is going to be because it's your vision and what you want. And I only say that because I was watching another rap battle show and it got down to like the last 3 or 4 people. And one of the people, she was good in her flows and everything. Boom, boom, boom. Get spitter lines the whole 9. But in there, one of her bars was saying that, something about if she didn't win, that it was some cheating going on. Well, when you got through with seeing who actually won, you're like, but the last 2 people, the other one was better than the one that actually won. So what really happened at that moment? Was she telling the truth by saying that it was already set? Because when you watch the journey of the people, and you know how they say sometimes you got to have a good story to have a good storyline at the end and have that big finale. So sometimes you just got to watch the storyline of what's being played. And Blueface, and this is just setting a precedent for those that want to start their own boxing league or wrestling league, football league, whatever you're thinking about doing independently. You see what I'm saying? Where you're going to have other people contracted for the activities and the services that they're doing. This is just setting a precedent for all those that's out in the streets that think that they could just, it's that easy to just sponsor a backyard fight and make it do good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot of work into things like that. A lot of planning, a lot of, trying to run around, get people together, sign contracts, clothing, sponsorship,
The
money for
judges,
the people that's going to be doing it,
the judges, bro. The
the
judges came
judges
from
too.
the boxing commission. He couldn't have his own judges. So these are professional judges that judge professional fights. These are
So
not.
think about that one too. You got to pay for your judges.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So you got all this that goes into that. And so it's like, do you really want to put all that work and effort into it just to have something come down over, we could say, a minor disagreement, or you could say a disagreement of words?
True.
Because that disagreement of words caused what they would consider a breach of contract, which a contract is nothing more than a list of words, giving orders and protections. So, I mean, that's what the whole fight was over. And that's
But
not always a good thing.
and remember, I told you he wasn't even supposed to fight Chibu. He was supposed to fight somebody totally different.
And like you say, that makes a little bit of sense. That makes a little bit of sense because all of a sudden he jumped out there and was fighting somebody he wasn't supposed to. And they're like, hey, bro, well, you still took the fight on. Yeah, you're right. I did. I still took the fight.
Because I
I
think if
still took
if
the
he would
fight.
have backed out, I think they would have got fined for that
Ooh.
because they already paid for the event. They already paid for all of the judges and stuff like you just said. It was already sold out by the time the other dude backed out. It was already sold out, and he has brand risk fights. I think every week or every month, but he just get big headlines um every now and then. Regardless, is like I can't even lie. The Gypsy fight, oh man, they was going back and forth. They was man. I think other dude won. I think black dude won. That was another one that you feel me? Controversy. Everybody know black dude won, but yet they gave it to the white dude. White dude won. I know people was fighting all in the stands. They was arguing. A lot of people lost their bets just because that one fight on the card. Now think about that. If y'all got 10 fights on the card and 2 out of 10 lose that y'all thought was going to be guaranteed wins, the headliner, and I ain't going to say, this other fight with Gypsy, but Gypsy should have lost. That dude should have lost. He was getting beat up. He was getting pushed up. It's man. They actually let him win. So obviously the judges were seeing something that we wasn't seeing, period, throughout all of the matches. The knockouts, those were undeniable wins. Like you knocked them out, so you guaranteed won that. But the ones that went to the end in the decision, oh man, those I know people were sweating on those bets. I didn't bet. I don't like gambling really. You feel me? I don't like to lose. And if you don't like to lose, I suggest you go get our books. Go on over to Amazon right now, get in the link in the description below, and go get our 2 books. Give you some incentive. If people willing to bet on these fighters and lose 50-50 on these boxing matches, these basketball games and stuff like that, football games, sports, then invest in yourself. Always invest in yourself, invest in knowledge. I went to college. I invested over $40,000 to get a degree, and I know some of y'all didn't pay more than that. So, what is it? $20 to invest in some knowledge in yourself. Money Boy is definitely in the building, y'all. This was a good one. Just knowing
Uh-oh.
about the fights, knowing about how everything going on. What do you think, bro?
I just had some breaking information just hit me right now. And come to find out, your boy 50 then went ahead and dropped the docu-series.
Not 50.
I'm trying to locate it right now. From what I'm seeing, I haven't found it yet, but King Harris was begging 50 to take it down.
I
So
seen
I'm trying to find where it's at.
an allegation of it, no lie. And I seen it said 50 Cent dropped this documentary on T.I., Surviving T.I. or whatever. And it said it was supposed to be like an hour and 24 or 14 minutes. But I just didn't click
Mm.
at that exact time because I was like, hold on, that's way too fast. It's just a documentary. Or is this?
Oh, it's gonna be on the flicks.
Oh, so we know if it's on Netflix,
Yeah,
it's
bruh,
chill.
because I'm looking at the official trailer right now on the tube. And it's called Surviving T.I. and Tiny Season 1 Official 50 Cent versus T.I.
Oh, that's the verses.
So that's what I'm like, whoa. So yeah, we know what everybody getting ready to go and hit right about now.
Hold on, I got you. I got
Cause you know 50 is all up on it, like that Diddy series.
you. Oh, no, did
No Diddy. See, at first I was looking for a documentary. No, it's a docu-series. There's a difference. Oh, they don't want to put that up on X.
Mm-mm.
They're like, no, we not, no. But the tube, they willing to get that up. That was a hint, teasers. That was on the 5th of March, the 6th. Let's see, we want the latest. We want the latest and greatest.
Mm. He said, latest and great.
Past allegations resurfaced. That was 16 days ago, 17 days, 8 days. He hinted 16, 17. Okay. So, yeah, the last things is like, so if he did it, it had to have been like recently
Mm-hmm.
if he dropped it. But either way, that's going to be a conversation for next week. So that'll give everybody a little bit of time to go and, get their thoughts together about it. See how they, how they like. I ain't going to say like. I don't know why anybody would like something to that nature. What their thought process is about the things that occurred, because we all understand that people have different, as they say, fetishes in their life. Some people like to walk around barefooted outside. Some people like to, wear shoes on in the pool.
Mm.
It is what it is. But everybody got their own things. But to see some of the people that so many people in the world idolize, and I say it like that because they put them on that pedestal and they idolize these people and was like, I want to be with T.I. I want to be with Tiny. At some point in time, you had a bunch of men saying, because I say myself, when she was with Escape, the young, small Tiny, I was like, ooh, she looked cute, but she looked like a mouse. That was
Oh,
just my thoughts. That was just my thoughts. I thought she had a nice little body, but her face was just a little mousy to me. You
mm.
see what I'm saying? Everybody like Haley Berry. She was banging. Hurricane Chris made a song after her. You see what I'm saying? Everybody wanted they put these people on these pedestals. And then when you find out what they like behind their closed doors and it doesn't match up with what you like, now you look at them completely different. Like that person is, way in left field or something, depending on what it is. There are some things right is right, wrong is wrong. That's it. That's the only way I could put that. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And we know the difference. And so, you know, I can't judge nobody for what they do in the privacy of their own home because that's your home. And you got to take that up with the man upstairs or whatever y'all did. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So, that's just my thought on that. And I want to thank everybody for joining us today. As we said once again, because, hey, it's a beautiful day, man. Beautiful day. Beautiful day out here. We want to thank our sponsors once again. There, Lady June. You got anything to add to all of this before we get up out of here?
I do not.
Well, all righty then. Seeing that everybody is having a great day, we're going to go ahead and say thank you to our sponsors once again as we get ready to go ahead and push up out of here.
Stop chasing money, kings build wealth. This is the blueprint for identity, rooted power. Wealth starts with who you are. EP revealed the pattern. WBIV Jenkins, put it in your hands. Get your copy of the Hidden Kings Road to Riches today.
A birthday and a death day. But the most important part of your life is the dash between them. I wrote this to show you how to break generational curses and take control of your money and legacy. Go grab it on Amazon right now.
And just to let you know, you better get it in while you can because you know already.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Why?
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Okay.
He's certified.
Welcome to BTalkMedia.
Yeah, wake up, no love, it's grind over. Stack my wins, can't waste no time. They were sleeping on the kid, now I'm headline shine. Tell them wake up, it's my time to climb. Wake up, it's my time to climb. Hit that button, 1 million subscribers.